Welcome to Chat Sports. I am Tom Downey. That is Tyler Jones. I know it's NFL free agency. We did want to spend some time on the Jalen Carter situation. The latest continues to get worse for Jalen Carter here, unfortunately speaking. Was a potential first player non-quarterback drafted, was at the combine, then it's revealed that, he was involved in the unfortunate accident that killed a teammate and a recruiting staffer, and then, that didn't come out, and now he showed up to the Georgia Pro Day, does not do any testing, did the drills, struggled in the drills, and showed up 9 pounds heavier than what he did at the combine just about 2 weeks ago. So it's the latest in a troubling trend for Jalen Carter, who did not finish the position drills at his pro day. My concern here, Tyler, is the slide is very real right now for who people thought was the best player in this year's class.
Right. I think that without question, you're talking about Jalen Carter, still the best player at his position. But then you look at some of these other teams that are so desperate at quarterback. We've already seen the Carolina Panthers move up to that number 1 spot where they're expected to take either C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young. Mm-hmm. Have to think there's going to be some other teams that be interested in trading up and going to get a quarterback. With that said, Jalen Carter, and then this news here, we know about the situation there at Georgia as well, what went on back in January. Have to think his stock is starting to drop of some sorts. And if you're a team like, let's say, the Seattle Seahawks at 5, you got to be feeling pretty good because this was the number 1 player on your board. Maybe you thought about trading up for him. Now you might not have to.
So background here on what's going on off the field with Jalen Carter. There had been a claim initially from Todd McShay, and this was mostly true, by the way, of there was some character concerns. Now, not specifying what the character concerns are, that's doing a disservice. Right. I will. The character concerns around Jalen Carter were more along the lines of just general immaturity. That this was a player who Kirby Smart had to ride a little bit to get the most out of him. He wasn't always as locked in as he needed to be. That the character was nothing that would really scare you off that much. It was just, hey, he's 21 years old. He does some 21-year-old stupid stuff. That has to be figured out there. At the combine, Sam and I were there, producer Sam, 25 minutes before his press conference, it's revealed, hey, there's an arrest warrant out for misdemeanor charges of racing, reckless driving, in light of the incident down in Georgia. And that happened. Teams did not know that was coming. That was a scare. You throw in the previous character stuff. Now he's suddenly 9 pounds is a lot in 2 weeks. It's a lot of weight to gain there. 9 pounds has been added to his frame. He looked sluggish, struggled with the drills, didn't look like the guy you saw at Georgia. Now there's real concerns, and I think what is maybe being overlooked here with Jalen Carter, I would question if he's just doing okay mentally right now. He's gone through a lot in the past 2 months. Like, he was involved in that crash that killed his teammate. He was allegedly racing alongside of him. There's got to be some self-doubt and blame going on there. You add the extra 9 pounds of weight from what he was at the combine. I think we have to acknowledge, hey, maybe he's struggling right now. And because of the way we treat NFL players as prospects and treating them as stocks, basically, which is that's just how it works. Maybe we're overlooking that aspect as it relates to Jalen Carter, and now we don't know what's going to happen there. And now I think the slide is even a bigger concern than what it was with just the racing aspect there. So what team will draft Jalen Carter? I think it has to be a strong supporting cast here, a strong support system that takes him. Do you have any predictions on where he ends up going? You guys are in the comments section. Tyler, thoughts on where he ends up going?
I think with Jalen Carter, you're talking about him not being one of the first 2 picks. Those teams need quarterbacks there. 3, Arizona seems like that could still be an option potentially if they stay there. Seattle seems like an option at 5. I think talent is still too good for Jalen Carter to slip too far in this draft. What you wonder, too, is Will Anderson. These two have been compared toe-to-toe as the 2 top defensive players. Will teams that are looking for defensive players now take Will Anderson over Jalen Carter? We'll see.
There you go. Make sure you guys are subscribed to our NFL Draft YouTube channel, youtube.com/chatnfl. Make sure you guys are subbed for more NFL Draft coverage. We're going to have more on Jalen Carter as things move along on that standpoint there. Again, the latest from his pro day, showed up heavy, didn't have a great showing there. That's going to raise red flags. They've got to find figure out what is going on with Jalen Carter. NFL teams do. I don't know how much more he could potentially slide down. We'll have you guys covered here at Chat Sports.